You've heard the phrase dopamine hit 1,000 times. Social media is designed to give you dopamine. Your phone gives you dopamine. Junk food gives you dopamine. We talk about dopamine as if it's the molecule of pleasure, the thing that makes us feel good. But here's the problem, that's almost entirely wrong. Dopamine is not about pleasure. It's about wanting. It's about motivation. It's about learning what to expect from the world. In 1954, scientists James Olds and Peter Milner accidentally discovered that rats would repeatedly press a lever to stimulate a specific brain region. They called it the pleasure center. The popular story was born, dopamine equals pleasure, but later research told a different story. Rats with depleted dopamine still showed pleasure responses. They still enjoyed sugar water. What they lost was motivation. They wouldn't work for food. This was the critical discovery. Dopamine is about wanting, not liking. Let me repeat that because it's the most important idea in this whole video. Dopamine is not about liking something, it's about wanting it. The rat still enjoyed the sugar. It just didn't care enough to work for it. The wanting system was broken, but the liking system was intact. This completely changes how we understand motivation. Every time you feel a surge of "I need that," whether it's a notification, a snack, or a goal, that's dopamine. Not pleasure. Desire. So what does dopamine actually do? Neuroscientists call it the reward prediction error. Here's how it works. Your brain is constantly making predictions about what's going to happen next. It's a prediction machine. When something happens that's better than you expected, your brain releases a burst of dopamine. This burst isn't pleasure, it's a learning signal. It says, "Pay attention. This pattern matters. Remember this." When something happens exactly as you expected, dopamine stays flat. No signal needed, you already know what's happening. When something happens worse than expected, dopamine drops below baseline. This feels terrible, it's disappointment. But it's also a powerful learning signal. Don't do that again. This prediction error mechanism is the engine of all learning. Without it, you couldn't form habits, learn skills, or navigate the world. Every time you get better at something, that's your dopamine system refining its predictions. This is why addiction is so destructive. Drugs like cocaine and amphetamines artificially flood the brain with dopamine, way more than any natural experience. The brain, being adaptive, responds by downregulating dopamine receptors. It becomes less sensitive. Now natural rewards, food, social connection, achievement, can barely move the dopamine needle. You need more of the drug just to feel normal. This is the hijacking of the wanting system. But addiction isn't just about drugs. Gambling, social media, video games, anything that triggers unpredictable rewards can hijack the same system. The variable reward schedule, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, is the most powerful way to keep dopamine flowing. It's the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. Understanding dopamine changes how you think about motivation. The common advice is to wait for motivation to strike. But motivation doesn't strike, it's created by action. When you take a small step toward a goal, even a tiny one, your brain rewards you with a small dopamine release. That tiny feeling of progress motivates the next step. This is why breaking big tasks into small pieces actually works. It's not just a productivity hack. It's hacking your own dopamine system. The opposite is also true. When you're stuck in a cycle of quick dopamine hits, scrolling social media, checking notifications, switching tabs, you train your brain to expect instant small rewards. Real work, which requires sustained effort before any reward, feels impossible by comparison. Your baseline is wrong. We've built an environment that constantly triggers the wanting system. Every notification is a potential reward. Every scroll might reveal something interesting. This isn't making us happier, it raises our threshold for satisfaction. The solution isn't to demonize dopamine. It's essential for survival. The solution is to understand how it works and design your environment accordingly. 4 principles. 1. Remove easy dopamine sources when you need to focus. Put your phone in another room. 2. Start small. One small action creates the dopamine signal that fuels the next action. 3. Find real challenges. The dopamine system evolved to reward effortful pursuit of meaningful goals. 4. Embrace boredom. Boredom is the signal that your brain is ready to engage with something meaningful. Dopamine isn't good or bad. It's the molecule of motivation and learning. Understanding it doesn't mean eliminating it. It means working with it instead of against it. The next time you feel that pull toward your phone or that spark of motivation to start something new, you'll know exactly what's happening. It's not pleasure. It's wanting. It's your brain saying, "Pay attention, this matters." If this video changed how you think about motivation, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks for watching.